last night they tweeted "Sleep well, be ready," which is what I always used to text. So all the way up to actually Huddersfield, I always sent the players a message just the night before a game, and it always finished "Sleep well, be ready," and they tweeted it yesterday. It's not easy doing a press conference while watching a penalty shootout. No, you're dead right. Hello everybody. We're all nervously watching Concord Rangers result. Trophy. No, it's just been pegged back. I could cry.
What's the score?
2-2. Extra time. First time they ever got to the last 16 of the trophy. So they win, they get to the last 8.
That's the furthest they've ever been.
Furthest they've ever been, yeah. We've got a good manager now.
How long to play?
Well, when I first arrived at Concord Rangers, we'd have been in the FA Vars, so in our first year we got to the semi-final, lost to Lowestoft in the semis, yeah, which was a.
Still playing obviously this afternoon. Still playing.
He's still playing. It's extra time, yeah. So,
we can tell we've won this afternoon.
I know. You suggesting I'm a bad loser when we don't.
Must have been pleased with that though, especially second half.
Yeah, I think we had to earn the right today. Probably people don't realise how difficult the overhead conditions were at pitch side. We were certainly playing to a really strong wind first half, and that that made it difficult. I thought we started the half well, and then we lost our intensity in the game in that first half period. And credit to QPR, they've got some good players. Their front four, I think, are a real threat. And we had to get in at half time and regroup. And I think, I'd love to say it was tactical at half time, but if I'm honest, turning round and having the wind on our tail probably gave us the energy and the momentum in the game, and it did allow us to get higher pressure on the ball, and we could trap them on their left-hand side. They didn't quite have right and left balance with the two centre-halves, and we felt that we could trap them with a left centre-half going back to the goalkeeper and then trap him on his left foot, and we got a little bit of joy out of doing that and got some regains higher up the pitch, which gave us some territory. And then we scored the goal, really, and I thought off the goal we become significantly more confident. Which sometimes happens when you're a team that's having a difficult moment, and for the club, no one knows, we've had a difficult period as a club, and everybody here, players, staff, supporters. There's so much will in the stadium, but sometimes when you can almost want something too much, and when you want something too much, then it can sometimes create maybe an anxiety and a nervousness, and maybe. We felt that first half, and then when you score, you could just feel the relief in the stadium and how everybody lifted, and the players played much freer second half, and it ended up being a good performance.
First of all, many players would have gone down as opposed to getting and chipping it in.
Well, the fourth official said that it played advantage to the ref actually, so I think he was going to come back for the penalty. It was a super cross from Harry Toffolo. I thought he's excellent, Harry. It was an exceptional performance. Play with such an energy and such a desire. Him and Lewis O'Brien. You've got to remember, Lewis playing League One last year on loan at Bradford. Harry would have been playing for Lincoln in League Two. And when they've got the real bit between the teeth, the pair of them, and play with a real intensity. And I thought that typified our second half performance.
And your young man from Arsenal not doing too bad.
No, he's sitting there with the ump in the change room because he said he didn't score. So I said, so he's got to create a goal, score a goal, and for us to win, for him to be happy. So we don't want much, but no, he's good. He's good. He's a good kid, and we've just got to get him playing with a smile on his face. But yeah, he's got loads to offer.
I know you won't be talking about safety targets or looking at the table too in depth at this stage, but what are the targets for the rest of the season? It is looking better, isn't it? Certainly sort of week by or month by month. The table has a better look about it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that can change very quickly. I think we've had 4 really good performances now on the trot, or I wouldn't say really good. I'd say good performances, consistent performances. which for me is the focus. It's always on the process, because we know if we get the process right, the outcomes take care of themselves. I think we want to get to 50 points. That has been the objective. 35 points now, but maybe have dragged a couple of other teams back into it. But we know, look at Wigan last week, they win 2 on the trot, and the league table changes. So I don't really worry about the other teams. I just know that in the history of football, if you get to 51 points, you're definitely not getting relegated in the Championship. I think Peterborough once got relegated with 50.
That were our fault.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we're gonna keep working, keep striving, keep trying to improve. You know, the group has just really come together with the amount of change that we made in January. We're trying to accelerate the process, and you know, I have to congratulate my staff, Mark Hudson, Clem, Nicky, the performance analysts, the sports science guys, because you know, we've worked really hard to try to develop the understanding in the group and build the relationships, and that only comes through all the staff working together, and credit to the players as well, because they've all gone above and beyond to the new boys to welcome to become part of it, and the players that have been here a little bit longer to welcome the new guys. And I think they all went out for something to eat midweek and starting to enjoy one another's company and spend some time together. And the human relationship element, you should never underestimate. All of my best teams, the togetherness and the spirit has been. Has it? Yeah. Oh wow, I'm nervous now.
It's gone to penalties.
Has it?
Following, yeah.
Is it?
I'll keep you updated.
Oh wow. I wonder if Kit, because we've loaned Kit Elliott. Is he?
96-minute Danny Green.
Did he? Oh, Danny Green will take a penalty. He's a good penalty taker. Sorry, we digress. I can't remember what I was saying.
Talking about going up some tweets.
Yeah, just the spirit of togetherness. I look at my Concord Rangers teams. I had 8 years there, and it was the spirit of togetherness, the willingness. You know, once you've got human relationships, you're that much more willing to run that extra yard for one another and fight for one another, and should never be underestimated.
Quick turnaround for Wednesday, Karlan, right?
Yeah, well, he obviously was a huge blow. That was yesterday, so it wasn't something that we anticipated. Just like a collision with Christopher Schindler, really innocuous. KG just wanted it injected, some pain relief, and was going to get on with it and play. But once we scanned it, we realised it was a little bit worse than we anticipated. So yeah, that we found that news out about 8 o'clock yesterday evening, which I'm not going to lie is a blow. Once you get over the sort of initial disappointment, it's about trying to find a way to overcome that obstacle, and it meant that we had to bring Danny Simpson back a bit earlier than we anticipated. So again, I thought he grew into the game, Dan, which is natural because he hasn't had that much time on the grass. And obviously Bakker had to go from right back, which he's trained at all week, to left wing, which is not an easy. It's not a natural swap, but shows you his versatility and what a good player he can be.
Just talking of January changes, obviously brought the keeper back, Russell. And what does he add to the team, and what are you looking for from him?
Well, I thought he brought a real calming authority, a real presence. Didn't have to do too much with his hands today, but just I thought in terms of his control and owning the build. Modern day goalkeepers we ask so much of, don't we? They've not only got to be the best with their hands, they've got to be really good with their feet as well. And he, I thought he just tactically got the balance right, played with a huge experience that you would expect of someone that has played the games at the top level that he has, and as an international as well. And it was a really good debut second debut for him, and you could feel the love in the stadium beforehand, and I think that's really important actually. That's why we're so pleased to bring him back, because for the supporters, we knew that they had a relationship with him, and when I first spoke to Jonas, you could really feel his love for the club and for the supporters, and you could feel that he wanted to come back and help, and that really motivated us to try to get it done, and thankfully we were able, and you have to thank Jonas in that, because Jonas has actually taken a bit of a pay cut as well to make it happen, and he wanted it to happen that much, which is testament to him. I think, I'm not sure his wife's too happy, but hey ho.
You said it would like coming home. I think you said it would like it come home.
Yeah, no. Concord had just scored their first penalty. Should we just...
Man, commentate for it.
I will. It's my Twitter's slow. What are you on? Are you on? Oh yeah, look, it's just come up. Tick. Oh, they've missed.
There you go. Everyone's on a knife.
I'm dead nervous now. I love Concord Rangers. I spent 8 years there. We were an Essex senior team. Do you know what? It was Concord Rangers Sport and Social Club, and I fought to get rid of that bloody Sport and Social Club, and I did. We got rid of that, and we got rid of that Sport and Social Club bit, yeah. But
No one's like a Leamington fan here,
where is Leamington?
It's near Coventry.
I've been to a lot of non-league grounds. That's not one of them. Oh come on! If you go, oh no, we've missed.
Are we done?
Does anyone want to say? Feel free. Feel free to ask more questions.
I thought Andy King looked bright.
Do you know what? I thought the two subs, Fraser and Andy, were exceptional. Just come on and play with a real air of experience, and sometimes young players, when they come on, they're frustrated that they've been sub and then they play for themselves a little bit. You know, they come on and just did what was needed for the team, and I thought they were selfless in their performance. And Kingy was, Fraser just worked so hard. There was such an energy and intensity up the pitch, drew fouls, and Kingy, I thought, used the ball well, carried a real threat. He's trained really well. He's a good player. He is a good player. He's another one who's won the Premier League. You've got to be a good player to win the Premier League or play a part in a team that's won the Premier League. And he's a good player. He's
Scored
1-1 after 2.
We might be mistaken, but we thought Chris Willis might have been about to come on just before Catcher scored. Would that be right to say?
Kingy was about to come on. Yeah, Kingy was about to come on. And I think after you score, a goal is obviously has a defining moment in the game, and it always changes the pattern of the game. So I tend not to make subs within a 5-minute period, because I just like the game to settle and just to have another take on it tactically. So we just held off, and yeah, that was the reasoning behind it. But we definitely got more confident off the first goal, and we've got to now try to get to a place where we can start the game that confidently.
It's the first time, I think, apart from the ball, the only time the season won by 2 clear goals.
It's easier, isn't it? Yeah, it is. For all of us. Yeah, I know. It is. It is definitely easier for us to do that. It's not easy doing a press conference while watching a penalty shootout. No, you're dead right. No. Keep asking, because I'm nervous. I don't want to just wait. I never tweet, but I feel like tweeting now, so it's 2-2.
This must be a first, then.
I think it is, Paul.
I love Concord Rangers. I'll always love them.
3-2.
My kids love Concord Rangers. They're probably the only children in the history of children to have Concord Rangers kits.
The history of children.
No, they don't. Concord Rangers.
Story history.
Concord Rangers don't do. Yeah, they don't do kits. So we just scored. Get in 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. Yeah. If manager can't get anywhere, I struggle.
How do you do it? How do you do a tweet?
I'm just keep refreshing it like that. Just keep pulling it down. It's okay.
That's right, yeah. 3-2 and they missed one each. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, it's 3-3 now.
3-3 Leamington have just scored, yeah.
Go on, Danny, something I've been meaning to ask. Tommy Elphick, is he doing his coaching practice or anything like that?
So Tommy's already done his UEFA B. I had an hour with Tommy yesterday, actually. Yeah. So Tommy's one of these boys that I see in Christopher Schindler as well. They could almost be a coach, a football manager, a director of football. They could do any of those roles. You know, they're obviously have a wealth of experience and a really broad skill set. So yeah, Tommy's just making a decision. I think he's going to, hopefully first and foremost, he's going to play again. But certainly he's an intelligent boy, and he's going to use this time to try to decide what happens beyond football.
It's sudden death now, I think.
Oh my God, is it 4-all?
No, it's still got 4-3. No, but
So
if
he's
they
got
don't-
to score.
They've got to score. Right?
Oh wow.
Danny, do you think we'll see Pritchard on Wednesday?
Pritch is on the grass and he's training. He has obviously only played, well, since we've been here, 2 games. So we've just got to try to build him up gradually, but he's close and he's getting closer by the day. And we've all got everything crossed because he's a key player. And it would be nice to get Alex Pritchard and Emile Smith Rowe and Karlan Grant and everyone on the same pitch together, which would be, I think, could be really exciting for Huddersfield Town. I reckon they've missed this. Do you know that? Because
It's taking a while, isn't it?
I know, but I know what they're like because it's Jack Junior who does the Twitter feed, and he's the chairman's brother, and he won't be doing he will just be celebrating. Yeah, he will be.
How do you see Pritch fitting in with Emile at the club now? Because that's a lot of attacking options you got there.
Well, I think that's great. Good players can play together, can't they? And if you understand space and you can rotate and you can move, then I think it could be really dangerous for opposition.
I think you've won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leamington have done a full time and they said our trophy run ends here.
Oh,
That sounds like it.
Yeah. But it doesn't make any sense to put Concord P, Leamington 2, so maybe that was penalties.
They've just lost them.
Yeah. Concord still haven't tweeted out, which like, it's running around, it's like, yeah.
At least it's not 10-10.
Of course, I've never been away from football in my life.
have you won or
No.
not?
You don't believe it.
Dreadful.
You
Yeah,
don't
the
believe
next day,
it.
it's tweeted. It's tweeted.
Confirmation.
Yeah. Look, the Concord, it's been a great day.
That's the last 8, is it now? Last 8.
Last day.
Last 8.
Wow, that is such an achievement.
Yeah, we've done it.
Well, the quote, man,
Pardon?
Can we have a quote?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that football club. Yeah, just so pleased for everybody. It's such a wonderful football club. It's like a really family club. My dad went Tuesday, went to the game, and they're just all so good to him. And yeah, I'll be forever grateful for the start that they gave us in football. We had 8 wonderful years there and managed to take the club from the Essex Senior League, step 5 of non-league, to step 2, Conference South. And Nicky would have played in the first 7 years. Then we signed Alex Woodyard and he was better than Nicky. So Nicky started coaching. We've actually done better since Nicky retired. So we're not sure if he's a really good coach or just a really bad player. But no, it's wonderful for that club to achieve that, to get to the last 8. You don't realise how it's a small club. It's like in Canvey Island. It's not even the biggest club in Canvey Island's a really small island. It's not even the biggest club in what it is now, status, but it's not in terms of size and support the biggest club in Canvey Island. So unbelievable. They tweeted last night. They tweeted "Sleep well, be ready," which is what I always used to text. So all the way up to actually Huddersfield, I always sent the players a message just the night before a game, and it always finished "Sleep well, be ready," and they tweeted it yesterday. I think I've sent a message, but it ain't now. So I think I've direct messaged them.
Yeah.
I don't really do Twitter. Does your work?
Should we go? Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you very much, everybody, and you all support Concord Rangers now.
We'll meet again. I think we're going Wednesday, haven't we?
Thanks again.